Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Sooner or later, you're going to have to look at the pages in the Bible, the book. It is written in the book. You're going to have to look at it as a history book. It's history, and someone took time. I don't know who the spirit was, but someone took time to channel that information to humans. And anything a human touches, you must understand that there's sin attached to it. Okay, there is sin attached to anything that a human is given. And if they're saying, well, compile what I've given you, compile it in books and give it to the people, you have to understand that the human is going to insert their beliefs and their thoughts and whatever they can to control you. And the Anglican Church, the reputation of this particular church is written in the pages of history. You should know how they stood in regards to slavery, and it wasn't on your side. It wasn't on your side. And any pastor, anyone who claims to have read the Bible and who is standing before you in a church on a pulpit, and they are looking down on you and trying to preach to you and tell you what to do. No one who is in that position should be married. And they should tell you how the reproduction of humans came about. It's written in your Genesis, that book, that page, and that chapter in the Bible. And it's history, how human reproduction started. And any good, religious, God-fearing person who preaches from that book would tell you that you should abstain from marriage, and you should abstain from anything that is outside of marriage. If you must marry, I guess you would marry, but until that point, abstaining is a perfect way to be. And history, the history of the Bible actually tells you what you should do to live a proper life, okay? But it's a history book. It's a history book. It cannot be seen as vital in terms of you bowing down and worshiping and you seeing those people in the church with those white robes walking around as though, they're, God's gift to men. No, they are deceiving you. All of them are deceiving you, especially the ones who marry and who have children. They are deceiving you, okay? Because it's the antithesis of what is written on the holy pages in most religious books, okay? And if you follow the 10 commandments, for instance, you're on solid ground. If you can just follow the 10 commandments and love your neighbor, because the neighbor that you're loving, that is a part of you, that is an extension of you, that is who you would have been if you weren't who you were. It's all one thing. It's all one thing. So loving your neighbor is one of the strongest things they've talked about in the Bible and in holy books. So get to thinking about that, just loving yourself, respecting your neighbor. Look, when you see your neighbor, see yourself in your neighbor, no matter what it is. See yourself, no matter who they are. See yourself as in part. See yourself in whoever you see. Look at that person as a mirror. Okay, that person is a mirror. You're seeing a part of who you are, but it's on the opposite end. Okay, it's on the opposite end or a different end of the stick. Okay, so the Anglican Church should close its doors if you're right thinking, if you understand history and you know history and how it repeats itself. Especially when you don't want to understand it, it's going to repeat itself. You have to close the doors of that particular church or any church that stood for slavery. You're going to have to close those doors. And all those people in white robes and getting married and talking about having children, that kind of stuff, they're deceiving you. You're being deceived. Okay? This is Sherry Veronica.